Audio Jungle.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of Mexico News Network's Breaking News. Thank you for joining us. I am your host, Elisa Carballo, and we have excellent information for you coming right ahead. But before we start, let me remind you just where we are. We're in the beautiful heart of the Mexican Caribbean in the El Dorado Royal Spa Resort by Charisma, a wonderful adults-only hotel in the heart of Riviera Maya. Now keep informed 24/7 by logging onto our website, www.mexiconewsnetwork.com. And also, don't forget to follow us on social networks. You'll find us as Mexico News Network on Facebook, Twitter, as well as Google+. Now let's begin with today's main headline stories. The winter season is the perfect time to escape really cold temperatures and fly into warmer climates, such as those found in Mexico. Well, at least compared to the freezing temperatures in Canada, that's. As a response to this, Aeromexico, one of Mexico's largest airlines, as well as Canadian Sunwing Airlines, has recently announced new direct routes between Canada and Mexico. Ms. Claudia Franco Hijuelos, Consul General of Mexico in Vancouver, stated in an article in Business in Vancouver that air connections between Mexico and Canada are essential for the growing mobility of citizens between both nations. Because of this, Mexican as well as Canadian airlines will be opening up new direct routes between these two wonderful countries. Starting on December 9th, Aeromexico will launch its new non-stop flight between Mexico City and Vancouver on a daily basis, transporting 124 passengers in a Boeing 737 aircraft. The president and CEO of the Vancouver Airport Authority, Mr. Craig Richmond, said in a PR newswire that Aeromexico's decision to fly off to Vancouver is a demonstration of their position as the gateway hub between Asia and the Americas, and further highlights that the speed and ease at which passengers and cargo can travel between the two nations. Combined with the recent visa changes that ease the entry to Canada for Mexicans, they have full confidence that this new route will be very successful. Adding on to this, Sunwing Airlines will also open up a new weekly direct flight from Thunder Bay, Ontario to Cancun, starting on December 23rd this year, 2015. Thus broadening the opportunity for vacationing at a favorite destination, the beautiful Mexican Caribbean, as stated by Andrew Dawson, Chief Operating Officer of Sunwing Travel Group. Cancun and the Riviera Maya are amongst their most popular tourism destinations and have much to offer vacationers, so they are very sure that this new route will be very much embraced. And as part of Sunwing's family collection, the airline also offers a family-oriented resort, which was inaugurated recently, the Royalton Riviera Cancun Resort and Spa. Likewise, there is also the Hideaway at Royalton Riviera Cancun, an adults-only area within the resort. Now in other news, Mr. Ildefonso Guajardo, Mexico's Minister of the Economy, during last week's Thursday program of the conferences hosted by the World Economic Forum on Latin America 2015, stated that it is time to embark upon a new relationship with Cuba that should be so from the very first start. The statement was made during a session held in the company of the Mexican Foreign Affairs Minister, Mr. José Antonio Meade, as well as Cuba's Minister of Finances, Lina Olinda Pedraza. Cuban Director of Foreign Investment, Deborah Rivas, was also present during this meeting. The discussion, which took place in the Guadalajara Conference Hall of the Riviera Maya's Grand Velas Hotel, was held in the evening hours towards the conclusion of the day's schedule of meetings. It mainly addressed the island nation's recent diplomatic opening and approachment with the United States. The atmosphere of the meeting was largely collegial, with the Cuban party affirming its dedication to preserving the revolution's conquests, while looking forward to future commercial relations with the United States and the rest of the world. Pedraza stated that they have always been very much open to the business hinting at the embargo imposed by the United States in the 1959. She also informed that new legislation would see the introduction of tax incentives and accountability for foreigners looking forward to invest in Cuba. She also expressed optimism at the prospect of a mutually beneficial relationship between her country and Mexico in regards to tourism. This very statement seemed addressed to quell subtle tension shared by those who currently see Cuba's opening as a possible threat to the Mexican industry. Now, the minister also stated that her government regards tourism as a complement, not competition with its neighboring nations, and proposed the creation of a multi-destination made up of different countries. And in other news, General Motors will invest $5 billion in Mexico, which has been one of the best news in many years for the automobile industry in the nation. During the year 2013 and 2018, General Motors will allocate a total of $5 billion. This is to revamp its production plants, turning Mexico into a bigger export platform. Mr. Ernesto Hernandez, President and CEO of General Motors in Mexico, Central America, and the Caribbean, recently announced this substantial investment during a ceremony held at the official presidential residence, Los Pinos, with the presence of President Enrique Peña Nieto. Now, according to the executive, between 2013 and 2014, General Motors had already invested $1.4 billion in Mexico, and an extra $3.6 billion will be added. This is to complete the $5 billion by the year 2018. He explained that this investment will help revamp as well as expand 4 manufacturing complexes that General Motors has in Toluca, which is in the state of Mexico, Ramos Arizpe in the state of Coahuila, Silao in the state of Guanajuato, and San Luis Potosí in the state that goes by the same name, comprising 14 production plants overall. Furthermore, this investment will contribute to increase the production of new vehicles for the local and export markets, consolidating General Motors as the #1 exporter of vehicles in the nation. With 79 years of presence in the Mexican market, the company generates about 15,000 jobs and has managed to detonate more than 105,000 additional jobs through its suppliers. According to the company, throughout 2013, it produced 890,000 engines, 1,185,000 switchers, and 647,000 vehicles. Overall, 80% of these were destined for export markets. General Motors also has an engineering center located in Toluca with more than 800 specialized engineers developing interiors, automotive, electrical, and thermal systems. General Motors produces only in Mexico the vehicle that during the last 3 years has occupied the first place in sales in the country, the Chevrolet Aveo. It also has the exclusive production of the Cadillac SRX luxury for 18 countries all around the world. Mr. Ernesto Hernandez also stated that the trust that these new investments will help generate up to 5,600 new jobs in the nation. Now, during an exclusive conversation with the Interjet marketing director, Mr. Andres Martinez, the executive spoke of the airline's expansion plans for 2015 and how this year will be vital for the consolidations of new air routes. He highlighted that Interjet has become the market leader in terms of air connectivity in Mexico, given that it has mainly focused on interlocking the central lowlands as well as southern destinations without the need to make a stop in Mexico City. This has resulted in the airline adding a Superjet 100 each and every month during this year. He also highlighted his company's decision to introduce a Cancun and Miami air route, a connection unexplored by the competition, which has been quickly accepted by a very special group of Mexican and foreign entrepreneurs doing business in both of these regions. He also explained that the connection has opened a window to a more direct form of tourism between the two cities. The executive was also very grateful to his clients for the vote of confidence in his airline, which is currently the only one in the market offering its passengers the option to carry 50 kilograms of luggage, and also took the opportunity to highlight the important quality and safety standards that Interjet follows, which are above international standards. Last but not least, he added that Interjet's fleet is brand new and the maintenance of the aircraft is key to providing certainty to every one of its passengers. Now don't go anywhere and make sure you stay with us because we are back with more information after these few messages from our sponsors.
Audio Jungle.